Hi, this is Chris with a K here from the Thoughts and Theories podcast. And if you haven't heard about Anchor, it is hands down the easiest way to start a podcast. And I'll explain to you in five very good reasons why that claim is solid. One, it's free, completely free. My favorite four-letter F word. Who does not like the word free? I don't know nobody who doesn't like it. If you don't, what's wrong with you, right? Two, the tools Anchor allows you to record and edit your podcast from your computer and your phone. So this thing can be mobile for you. Three, Anchor is going to do all the distribution for your podcast. So you can put your podcast on major platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. Four, you're eligible to make money from your podcast. Something about getting paid to talk about what you want to talk about. Sounds like a deal to me. And five, it is a one-stop shop. So everything you need to make a podcast, you can get on Anchor. So all you have to do is download Anchor for free through the app. Or you can go to anchor.fm to get started. That's it. It's super simple. That's all. So don't miss out on this great opportunity. Take advantage and start your podcast life today.
But we talking about our thoughts and theories, thoughts and theories, thoughts and theories, thoughts. But we talking about our thoughts and theories, thoughts and theories, thoughts and theories, thoughts and theories. Da, da, da.
Hey, it's Chris with a K here. Welcome to Thoughts and Theories. If this is your first time to my podcast, welcome. I'm in my car right now, so if you hear that beep sound that keeps coming up, it's just like a sensor or something saying one of my lights is out. You know, I have to change it. So bear with me. That's what the sound in the background. Yes, I am driving because I'm always going places. But yes, if it's your first time to my podcast, sorry I got sidetracked. Please follow this podcast on Anchor. It is the app that I'm using. To do this podcast is completely free, okay? You can follow me on my Instagram at _thoughts and theories, just spelled regularly, no special way spelled, just _thoughts and theories. And then when you literally go in on that profile and follow me, in the link in the description, there should be a link you click on. When you click on it, it will give you the link to listen to this podcast through the Anchor app as well as other platforms such as YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. Subscribe to that. You can listen to this on Spotify, Google Music, or is it Google Play? One of those. Google, whatever. Yeah, Google, as well as Apple Podcasts and many other platforms I did not know exist, but they do exist that you can listen to this podcast on, which is pretty dope, right? So there's no excuse. So definitely support your boy. Listen to me on the podcast. You can support me too. There's a support button in there, you know. As well as, yeah, that'll mean a lot to me. But yeah. So this is episode 3, 1, 2, and 3. You know, I want to do something different for my podcast. It's just because this podcast is me just talking about my thoughts and my theories, which means it can be about anything and go anywhere, anytime. Just like how I explained in the previous podcast, my thoughts and theories fluctuate just as, you know, and they're just random. Just as if a dog was focused on something, they see a squirrel and they just get all erratic and stuff. My thoughts and theories are all over the place. You know, and I just say that because maybe your thoughts and theories are all over the place, or maybe you think you're insane or crazy, or maybe you just don't want to tell anybody about your thoughts and theories because you don't want nobody looking at you like you have 8 eyes on your head. But it's okay. This is a space where you can come to listen to my thoughts and theories. There's actually a voice message button on the Anchor podcast as well. So if you do hit that link in my IG bio, what's going to happen is it's going to say send a voice message. So you click the link and you're going to click on the first link in there that says listen to the podcast. In that link, it's going to give you an option to send me a voice message completely free, but you have to download the Anchor app to do so. In that voice message, you can send me a message about anything, about your thoughts and theories today, about what I discussed on this podcast, or if you just want to vent. If you don't have a friend in your life, or you know, so a cool pastor of mine says that Danny Prada, shout outs to Heartway Church. He says you need somebody to be your lightning rod. I have a lightning rod. It's somebody that you could just be there to listen. They're not obligated to talk or anything. They're just there to listen, to be an ear to be heard. So you can just yelling, whatever. Just could be just a vent. As well as if you're interested in being on my podcast one day, let me know. Or you have something, a project you're working on, you want to get word out about it. I'm here to help, as long as it's something that I would promote myself, right? But anyways, yeah. Long story short, yes, we're going to be doing something different tonight. I'm going home. I don't know how this is going to turn out. This is just off the cusp, because I think life should be an adventure, because an adventure is always going somewhere. You don't know what's going to happen, but it's always exciting and you're open to learning. So I think, I know it's not not Friday, but it's Thursday, and I'm thankful for Thursday. So I think it's only proper that your boy drop a freestyle. But before I drop this freestyle, just know that disclaimer, I can't really freestyle that great. I'm working on it, so I will be messing up a lot of times, but I'm having fun with it, and I'm taking it on an adventure, and that's the point of it. And what helps people freestyle better, I think, if you're in the mood, is a good trap beat. This trap beat is called Never Scared. Shout out to Freebeats.io. They give away free beats, pretty cool. Someone using it from YouTube. So let's try this out. Let's try it out. Yeah, some music in the background. Y'all hear that? About to drop these bars. Call me a warden, because I'm about to put y'all behind the bars. Okay. Chris, with a K. I'm driving down the freeway. Oh snap! I'm on this beat. I'm on this wave. Chris, right? You better behave. I'm freestyling. Don't know what I'm saying. That boy wildin'. My brain ain't in the right place, man. This hurts. Oh snap! That hurt. I really lost the beat, but I'm back on it. Chris Wright's on it. Oh snap! I said I need to behave. Chris Wright, he's falling off. He's not on the wave, but I'm getting back on the wave. Right here. Oh snap! I'm losing it again. This thing really easy, man. I need some friends. I'm riding on this beat. I'm riding on something sweet. It's midnight late. Now I need a snack. I need some sweet. Oh snap! I'm driving on my way home. Somebody need to call me on the telephone. Chris with a K on these bars. Yeah, he in the zone. Oh snap! I lost my signal like Rome. Oh, you didn't know I could do that. You didn't know I do that. I wake up every day and I'm like, oh, I better. And that's like, oh, back in the day I used to eat Big Macs. Then I went to Chick-fil-A. Pull up to the window, they like, hey, it's Chris with a K. Oh, yeah, I'm beating on them saucing. Oh, so, okay. That was all right. That was all right. All right. Y'all tell me how I did. Did I kill this beat or killed? Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop. That was fun though. Oh my gosh. I'm just having fun. And as you guys see, I'm not a great freestyler, but yeah, I try. In order to be great at anything, you have to first attempt to try. That's the most important step. I'm pretty sure Steph Curry didn't make his first jump shot. Kyrie didn't cross over his first guy. Just Randy Moss didn't Moss the first guy. So I'm just working on it, but I just like to have fun, be sporadic, out of the blue for no reason. That's just how I like to do, and that's what this podcast is about, just going on my thoughts and theories. So some of my best thoughts and theories happen when I'm in the car. The car is like my adventure mobile. I get inspired, growing up. Fun little fact, when I was little, my dad used to always just drive us around, go places, explore and stuff. I'm looking out the window, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a place, there's this, there's that over there, so I've always been curious about adventure, having my life be a constant adventure, being kind of like Tarzan. So I guess that's why I'm addicted to superhero movies. One fun fact about Chris with a K, he really loves superhero movies. I'm talking to y'all in like the third person, but yes, I really like superhero movies because there's an adventure of someone trying to do something right, not to get the credit or glory or anything, but just do something right to make a change, make a difference. But in order to do that, he has to embark on an adventure and not give up and keep going, and in that adventure they discover who they are, and who they thought they was going to be in the first place turns out being somebody completely different, and that's the cool thing about adventure. You never know what's going to go, but the point of it is not something you experience outwardly, but most of it happens inwardly, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, I'm coming up to park here so I can stop and really focus. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If you're with me on this podcast, say oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. All right. So I parked up in my zone. My car is actually one of my I would consider like my quiet place. Let me guys know what your quiet places are. Definitely, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on IG. I will be posting questions and stuff in my stories to get your feedbacks on like stuff I want to talk about, stuff like that. So yeah. But yeah, we're on episode 3. Episode 2, I was literally talking about the longer you're single. Oh my gosh, I can't talk right now. I told you guys my word be slurred sometimes. The longer you're single, the better chances you'll be when you get in a relationship, basically like that. Saying the longer you're single, the better chance you'll be in a relationship. The point of the whole article I read was a pretty good article, is that I'm finding out is that by doing so, the reason why I feel that you will be a better person, just because of the simple fact that while being single, even though you think you're not dating someone, you're dating you, because you are a person. Yes, you're single, but you're dating you. You're getting to know yourself. And I want to kind of continue and wrap up on that, tonight. As I was reading an article, one point came across at the end that was pretty cool. It was paramount. It says you need to be okay with being alone. And what he meant by that, I read a little bit more. It says you have to accept that you are enough. So being okay with the fact that you're going to be alone and accepting that you are enough. And a lot of people, when I say that, I'm like, oh my God, I ain't going to be in the dollar bill club all my life, Chris. What you talking about, boy? There's somebody out there for me. And what I'm saying is this, is that you shouldn't settle, because when you settle, regrets will come with that. You'll end up wasting someone's time, breaking their heart, changing their definition or their view of how relationships are. The worst thing you could do is waste someone else's time. And then it's going to actually leave you off in a worse situation than you start with. Like, yeah, I'm single right now and stuff, and I feel like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be alone. I want to be with somebody and stuff like that. But if I end up just finding somebody I thought they were someone, and it turns out they weren't, I'm like, oh crap, I must really suck, because that didn't work out. It's just going to kind of put you down a deeper hole, if that makes sense. And that really sucks, So it'll be a constant struggle between you wanting, not a constant struggle between two things, but it's just like a combination of things. Like the fact that you want somebody, but you don't want to feel alone at the same time. And it sucks. And if you have a mindset of like, oh my gosh, like I said in the previous podcast, if you didn't listen to it, please go back. It's podcast number 2. If you feel like, oh my gosh, I need this person to make me feel happy, what you don't realize is that you're putting your happy, your focus, and your hunger for life, making it all on somebody else that's not you. In other words, someone's absence doesn't define your life. Just because they're not there doesn't mean that your life is meaningless. Because think about it, when you came out your mommy's womb, guess who was there? Obviously outside of, God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, parents, whoever's in the room physically. It literally was you that came out. You didn't come out with your soulmate and stuff like that. That would have been your brother or sister. Weird, right? But you didn't come out and they didn't have like another parent giving birth and like, oh my gosh, that's the person you're supposed to be with. It wasn't like arranged or anything like that. So don't feel bad. Here's a cool thing about getting to know yourself and being alone. You really get more appreciative of yourself. I think one big thing is that basically you don't have to answer anybody. You understand you don't realize the freedom you have in a sense. There's nothing wrong with people who are in a relationship. It's nothing wrong because, some people feel like, oh, once you get a wife or girlfriend, you get the ball on your the ball on your leg, the thing they do to people in jail and old school stuff like that. That's how some men feel. They feel weighed down. And I think they feel weighed down because they looked at the whole thing wrong. Yes, they didn't want to be alone, but they weren't looking for a girlfriend. They were just looking for somebody like a toy or something, right? So you get to understand the free time you have, the fact that you can go out, go on vacations, go places, don't have to check in with nobody, right? Always have to call somebody every day, and stuff like that. Those are things that come with a relationship, because saying you want to be with someone is saying that, how could I step into a place where I can give my all to somebody, and that somebody, when we take the step in becoming Mr. and Mrs., we're going to become a we, and it's no longer you and I, or I and you, but it's just going to become we or us. That's going to require a lot of humility. Like I was saying in the last podcast, is how you got to first know what love is. And in order to know what love is, find out who created love, which is, I believe, is God, the universe, whoever you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. The creator of all things created love, and I think that creator itself is love, right? And ultimately, for there to be love, there has to be free will. Because you think about, God, the definition of love. If I look at it like this, with love, we have the ability to have free will, right? So God does not make robots like out of us humans. He doesn't. We could turn ourselves into robots. That's what we do when we look at the whole thing wrong. But God does not make us robots and like, oh, do this, do that, do that. He gives us free will to choose good or bad. Which is cool. Like, oh my gosh, we got a free will to do anything. But, because we got free will, bad stuff happens. We can have traumatizing things happen to us and stuff like that, right? And all that stuff like that. But, with the free will love. So the reason why I bring that, because, you can call God the perfect lady, the perfect gentleman, wherever you want to be. He does not force it. He does not force himself upon you. He lets you know he's still there. And when you're ready, you can come to God, and that's just how I think of a relationship. So like, the one thing God wants you to do for yourself is to understand you have value, you have worth, that you should love yourself, that you matter, you value, you're a human, you have value, you have worth. And once you realize you have worth and you're somebody, guess what? You realize, you get to a point that whether I end up being with somebody or not, I'm Gucci, because I'm really not alone. I got the creator of everything. God is the sustainer, the moving force behind everything, So even though I'm not, quote unquote, with somebody, and my Facebook status still says single, or it's complicated because you're confused on how you could be single this long. So it's just complicated in that. You're not complicated with nobody else. You're just complicated with yourself. No matter what your status say, you're always going to have God with you. Whether or not, there's a verse that says, nothing can separate you from the love of God, So God's with you in every situation, So while you might feel doubted now and suffering and stuff like that, God is there with you, saying, hey, you're missing out on life. You're missing out. You're really missing out. A podcast I'm going to talk about in the future, though, is kind of like learning how to be grateful, grateful. I'm not going to really get too much into it, but the point of being grateful is this, like we're familiar with the saying, thank God it's Friday. Tonight's Thursday, so it's going to be Friday tomorrow. Or, oh, I hate Mondays and stuff like that, or the weekend, or it's hump day. And we don't realize, we forget that 7 days a week, they all have 24 hours in them. And we make them whatever we want to make it. So I'm learning how to have the attitude of gratitude that's on Friday every other day, because I have coworkers when I go to work, it'll be like Tuesday or Monday. It's like, oh, I can't wait to Friday to get here. But I'm like, what about Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? What about all those other days? You're missing out on all the experience, the moments, the adventures that can happen throughout those days. So we automatically X out those days and we turn into a robot. We just clock out mentally. And then Friday we turn back on. Oh, turn up. Monday comes or Sunday night comes, we turn back in a robot, and it happens over again. So we're not grateful for where we're at life. We hate life. And whenever you're ungrateful and stuff like that actually affects you. Your thoughts becomes your feelings, and like that stuff can really affect you, and it can create disease, sickness, illness, fatigue, tiredness. As silly as it sounds, it's true. I mean, you think about it. The creator of all things. Matter, the thought came before the matter. If you think about it, said let there be light. Before you said let there be light, it was just a thought, and the thought turned into word, the word turned into bam, this matter. So your thoughts are very important. Your thoughts of what you think about yourself is super duper trooper important. So if you think you're a nobody and oh my gosh, you're gonna be alone in your life, you keep telling yourself that, it's going to turn into your reality. I mean, I think that's one of the reasons why I've been single since 2011, because I kept telling myself I'm not good enough and stuff like that, and it turns out I'm not perfect or anything, but man, what gives me hope when I see other people in relationships and stuff, and then hear how they got in a relationship, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm over analyzing the whole thing. So I'm saying there's never going to be a perfect moment where you have it all together when you get in a relationship. But the most important, vital thing is you have to understand and know who you are. And once you know who you are, by choosing to love yourself first, oh my gosh, you'll be able to love others. I think that's really important, people. Because with the emergence of social media, it made being single harder, because back in the day you didn't have social media or Facebook and stuff. So if you were single, you just have to deal with it in your room. You might see something on TV that comes up, but now social media is the new TV. Or you go on Facebook, Instagram, Snap, you see all these people in couples and stuff, and on our social medias, it's not really showing people's real life. Social media shows people's highlights, not their bad days, not the stuff they're going through, not when things are going bad. That's what social media is showing, So not only you have people just showing you probably a good minute that happened today out of the rest of the 23 hours that probably didn't go so well, and your day didn't go so well, but because they saw that 1 minute of theirs that went so well, you're gonna think that, oh my gosh, if you look at it in the wrong aspect in light, you're like, oh my gosh, this life's perfect, they're always happy, and then you don't realize the people's picture you're looking at, they argued right after they took the picture, but they were just being fake, like, oh, we need to post something for the gram, So the mental health probably has gotten really worse, just because of the fact that now you don't even have to leave the house to feel bad about yourself, because social media, and back in the day you had to go out and see people at a restaurant or something like that. You had to really go and travel before you probably saw something that would, like, okay, it sucks. There's a term I created, it's called appreciating. I mean, you're happy for people, but at the same time you're hating. That's what it is, appreciating. When you're happy for a situation, someone or something, but then you hate on it because it's not happening to you. That's what appreciating is, and that's what ends up happening. Bitterness happens, stuff like that. But you have to appreciate. Like I said, go back and be grateful. Don't be hateful. It doesn't help out. It really doesn't. The only thing it does for you is teach you how to throw shade stronger, which is funny. But yeah, that's it. So you have to learn how to love yourself. Take yourself out on a date. Find out what makes you happy. Like, I literally back a year ago, I still do this now, I switched up how I do it, but a year ago, I'll tell my coworkers, yeah, I take myself on a date every week. I'm like, what the heck? What do you mean you take yourself on a date, Chris? Ooh, you got a doppelganger? You got a twin or something? Like, no. I take myself on a date. I would take myself to Chick-fil-A back in the day, and Four Rivers Smokehouse, which is like the barbecue version. They're literally a barbecue restaurant version of Chick-fil-A. They're closed on Sunday. Christian organization. They say my pleasure. When you're eating, they come up. There's like anything else I could do. The people will know your name when you go in there. They're really nice people. But obviously, I can't go to both establishments anymore because I don't eat meat. I'm plant-based now. But they're great places to go because their customer service are top-notch, whatnot. I used to take myself out, sit there, eat, and be grateful for life. Like, I think the one thing I'm most grateful for, outside of the typical stuff everybody's grateful for, the thing I love the most is food. You don't understand. Every day, I get excited about lunchtime and like what I'm gonna eat after work, or on Saturday when I go to the farmers market. Oh my gosh! If you stay in South Florida, literally type in Yellow Green Farmers Market on your Google Maps, whatever maps, and go there. It's only open Saturday, Sunday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's $5 for parking. I know paying for parking I think is a scam and it sucks. It sucks like a vacuum cleaner. But it's worth it. You go there and there's a restaurant I go to, something nice to eat bistro. That's what their IG is an alkaline plant-based. It's the best restaurant here. I say that biasly because it's the only alkaline restaurant here, and the food's really good though. The food's really good outside the fact that it's plant-based. The food's really good that you wouldn't even think it was plant-based. You would think it's like, oh, bad food, but it's good food. It tastes good. It's a scenario where you have your cake and eat it too. Like, the food is good for you and it tastes really good. So that's the only scenario where I ran into life where I have my cake and eat it too recently. But other than that, basically I take myself out there and I just eat. Eat some good food. That's what I spend my money on. Because I don't eat out anywhere else during the week. I basically buy everything else and cook it. Which is cool. # chef life. Stepping up my chef game. But I recently, started just sitting there, because it's like farmers market is like a little open marketplace, and there's a lot of healthy people and stuff throughout the place. I realized the first discipline to master is your health. Once you discipline eating well, and you run across other people that likes to eat well, you're gonna realize they're more open-minded about talking about life and stuff and having conversations. For the sake to get to know the individual and just enjoy the moment. So there I run into so many amazing people. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, one of my friends, her birthday is dropping in 2 days. Like, I'm saying that like it's an album. Her name is Natalie. She's amazing. I met her at the farmer's market. Amazing girl. Amazing woman. Not girl, but woman. She's amazing. I met some cool friends at the farmer's market a lot. That I add on my IG and say we stay in touch and stuff like that. Have deep conversations with the stuff. They'll tell me about myself, good and bad, and I realize, man, it's pretty cool. So when I'm dating myself, I get to go out and hang out with other people, that are probably dating themselves too or something like that, whatever the case may be. And they get to share their life and compliment and stuff like that, and like build me up. So the people there I meet there, they're very inspiring. They build me up. They don't tear me down. You need to be around people that's gonna help build you up, but be honest about it. That really helps. And you realize, oh my gosh, I'm really thankful. And then also the cool thing about making new friends, embracing new people, finding the right circle to hang around with is that you might be thinking life's going horrible, and you run into someone and they tell you how their week's been. Like, oh man, I thought my life was bad. Hold up, you going through a worse situation than me. I know worse is not a word, but it is, because you know what it means. So my point is, people, date yourself. Take yourself to places that evoke adventure. The Yellow Farmers Market is an adventure every weekend. I've been in that place every weekend since last October. I missed only one weekend. That place is just that great. 1 weekend and 1 day. So 3 days since last year. I've been there every weekend. It's always an adventure. I meet new people. They inspire me and stuff like that. So yeah. It's a great place to go there if you're single or not single, whatever the case may be. But I'm learning to love myself. Realize I have value. They inspire me. I tell them about my ideas and stuff. They like stuff, It's just stuff like that, and they inspire me and do new things. So when you love yourself and you get focused on continuing to loving yourself and find out who you truly are, you're going to realize eventually you'll be on this road of life and you're going to look up, and to your right or left, you'll see somebody come up that pops up that's in the same lane as you. Well, not the same as that lane, but they're going to the same destination as you. And then from there, that could probably develop into a relationship, which is cool. So the thing is, I'm trying to say here is, don't rush anything. Take your time. Be yourself, and be proactive. Don't only just say stuff. Do what you say you're gonna do. A lot of people aren't proactive, meaning they could have been booed up. It's cuffing season right now. It's November. December's coming up. The weather's kind of chilly, cold. But there's a lot of people that miss out on relationships just because of the fact they stay in the house. But whatever you're thinking, whatever you're trying to create, made to come reality, you have to participate in it. Because if you don't participate in it, it's never going to happen. You have to put action to dreams, goals, and hopes. So if those who wants to be in relationships, okay, work by working on yourself. Go out, meet people, get social. Now you might run into someone when you least expect it, because you're just living your life and doing you, right? Don't just be in the house hoping someone's going to come to you. I'm not saying that it won't happen, but it's just very improbable that will happen because you're inside, you're closed off to adventure. Unless you're internet person. You like finding people online, dating apps and stuff like that, which is cool. By the way, Facebook has a dating thing. If you type in dating in a search bar, they have this dating thing where like literally you can like heart or don't heart people. It's kind of like a swipe left, swipe right and stuff. If you both match, you can have a conversation. As Facebook's smart because they're the biggest social platform on the earth, and I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'll jump on it just to see how it looks. I matched with one person so far. I didn't hit him up though yet, because I just want to see how this thing is working out. But yeah, there's opportunities out there, people, for you. So remember, you may not be for everybody, but you are definitely for somebody. Don't worry about being loved by everybody. Just know that you can and you will be, hopefully one day, loved by somebody. That's all it takes. One body. Just takes one body. That's all it needs. But anyways, that's what I wanted to wrap up with about the reason why, being single puts you in a better situation. Because you have time to get to know yourself better, prepare yourself, get to understand you, and figure yourself out. So when you meet someone, they meet you and not the pretend you, not the surrogate version you, not the interview version of you. They meet the real you, whoever you are. So I want you to repeat right after me right now. Repeat this. I am loved. I am loved. I came from love. I came from love. And I will love. I will love. So I am love. I came from love. And I will love. Whether that be a partner in the future or just people in general. And what I mean by love, do stuff for in the best interest of them. So understand that you are love. You came from love and you will love. And life will be more enjoyable that way. I'm telling you. But anyways, thank you for tuning in to my third episode. Make sure you do subscribe to my YouTube channel, Thoughts and Theories. And like I said, all the information is in my link and my IG. If you're already on the Anchor app, you listen to this through the Anchor app, there should be a link somewhere here that you click on, and it takes you to the same exact web page as one of my IG page. But still follow me on my IG page, _Chris with a K. I'm not _Chris with _ Thoughts and Theories. My name's Chris with a K. Yes. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on IG, and as well as subscribe here. Follow me here on the Anchor app. It'd appreciate me so much, or favorite this podcast. I don't know how it works really on the Anchor app because I haven't listened to any other podcasts yet on here. But yes, support me on all major platforms. They're all free, and it's just a click of a button. That's it. Let's stay up to date. And then most importantly, share this on like Facebook, and share this with your friends and family. But once again, your homework for today, people, all I just want you to do is just send me a voice message here through the Anchor app, your thoughts and theories. No pressure. But if you have something to say, something to respond, any thoughts, want to vent, just want to talk, whatever the case may be, interest me in a podcast, send me a voice message. It's completely free. You just have to download the app, which is free, and you'll be able to send me a voice message. There should be a button here in the link below. When you click on it and click on listen to the podcast, the first link, after you click on the link here in the description, it should say send voice message, completely free. I would love to hear your voice and respond back. So thank you so much. And once you do respond back, whatever the case may be, please leave your IG name or email so I know how to contact you back. It's very important, okay? All right, so remember, you were loved, you came from love, and you will love. I'm Chris with a K. I'm out of here like last year. Oh my gosh. Coming into next year to bring happiness and not fear. That's a bar right there. That's a bar. That's what I do. All right, I'm out. Peace.